All right, I must say it is a very good thing. One of the politicians here in Zambia said that, like, it's a very good thing. You get my point. And then I must welcome you to that is a Plus TV right now. Of course, as we bring to you that is feedback. Of course, time to communicate. Of course, the only time where you get like new updates about what is happening in the country. Of course, in your communities, what towns. Let me just say Zambia at large. And then today. We are privileged to have that is one of our Zambian citizens, the person who is ever let me just say three steps ahead, and that is Mr. Joseph Chishimba, the CEO for Grassroots Media. You know, his slogan is that is 3 steps ahead. So today we are trying to find out why that slogan, 3 steps ahead, and then what is he doing as in right now? Mr. Joseph Chishimba, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay. How is
okay? Great.
Okay.
We normally greet. That's our tradition in Zambia.
Okay.
But our tradition as grassroots media, some people they might think, the grassroots media, you like speaking the local language. The reason why we like speaking the local language is because, first of all, we need to communicate to the masses here. There are people who are educated and those who are not educated. If we promote our own languages, Tonga, Bemba, Lozi, Luvale, Kaonde, Chewa, Ngoni, and so on, it will be easy for all of us to understand what we are talking about. So I will be able to put together all the languages so that my people outside there will be able to say the grassroots media is speaking. If we take 3 steps ahead every day. The reason why we say we take 3 steps ahead every day is because we have the information is on our fingertips before it reaches anyone. We might know what will happen in the UPND government. We might know what will happen in PF, SP, because the media, the grassroots media is basically our love, because we need to find out what we love and what we like. As grassroots media, we like politics, and we decided to say 90% to give it to the opposition political parties, then 10% to give the ruling party. There are reasons why we gave 90% to the opposition political parties, because as it is now in Zambia, it's like public televisions or TV stations, radio stations, and other private institutions who are running the TV station, they like covering the politicians. You will find that other politicians, especially those who are not in government, they are not covered by these other media stations. We are very much privileged and very happy to say A Plus TV is doing the best because you are balancing up. You are able to talk about what is happening with the ruling party, covering up even those who are in opposing political party. As grassroots media, we salute you, and we will continue supporting this media because you are balancing up. Otherwise, the grassroots media, we have come to stay, and we are the voice of the voiceless to change a life outside there. Men and women, young and old, people are suffering in this country. And if all of us will be puppets of the leadership who are in government and those who are in opposition, then we are not going to take this country forward. Because for this country to develop Zambia, because grassroots media were migrating even in other countries, neighboring countries, we want to see grassroots media in South Africa, we have to see the grassroots media in Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya, and other countries, all the whole Africa. Because leaders, when they are in government, they don't take citizens and their promises they make seriously. So if they have the grassroots media outside the country and within the country, they will never cheat the grassroots. Grassroots team, umuriro urapya. Like mu October, turapishamu umuriro mucyaro. Wayaka. Imfuranga yaisa. Ifia nifira mboku mena. Because of the grassroots. So you cannot kill the grassroots because grassroots stands for the poor, the grassroots stands for everyone. That's our duty as grassroots media canalists.
Okay, so yeah, I love that at Canaries. So let's talk about like people. They've been like asking, when you talk of grassroots media, yeah, you are saying, is it 10% to the ruling party,
10%,
90% to the opposition?
Yes.
Now people are asking, why are you non-partisan? Why are you like you don't? Do you belong to any political party or?
We as grassroots media, we don't belong to any political party. We support all opposing political parties. Then we identify, because you see, ngwaliteke ngombe, kuna bakachema leche ngombe. nga bwabuleiga alambu kushibwesha mwichinga. What does it mean? If we talk about opposing political parties, we can go with SP, we can go with Zambia Must Prosper, PF, NDC, all these political parties, opposing political parties. We need to embrace them because we are, us as grassroots media, we believe that if there is a strong opposing political party, for instance, when we had PF in opposition with Michael Sata, Zambia was on African map. Why? Because we had a strong opposing political party. When we had Dawa has come, FTJ Chiruba, Zambia was on world map because of FTJ Chiruba. Why? Because us as grassroots media, we believe in a multi-party democracy. So if we align ourselves with the government of the day, then there will be no media that is going to stand for the voiceless. People are living in Chawama compound. Those people are living in Shantumbu, Misisi. Those who have got no voice. You find that people in Chingoya, like as it is, they destroyed or they demolished their houses. Now, nobody can speak on their behalf. If all of us were aligned with the government is making mistakes. There must be a media. In fact, if we say the grassroots, initially the grassroots is a movement. When we say a movement, we are the influencer of the people. If we say we are going to remove this government, we'll go to the people and tell the people we don't want UPND, and we should give reasons why people they shouldn't vote for UPND. One, if they have increased fuel, they found their 17 kwacha and their promises was to reduce and they have increased. We'll tell the Zambian people there because people are suffering. Are those who have got no voice, the voiceless. But Aben Shama Bas, minister is comfortable, mana. Fuel, they don't buy. Nyumba ya Nkaramo, it doesn't rent. So everything is free. But there is a poor common person using in the Misis in Chiboria. Those people in Kamwala South, those people are living in Chingola, in Purungu, anywhere. Those people who cannot manage to have 3 meals. I want to have a Mapitra train. Abasha Kukumpa. Those are the people we work for. Because we need to see them living in better homes, nice houses, the way them who are in government are enjoying life. So as grassroots media, we are the people's voice. And the grassroots media is a movement. If we say PF or SP or for instance we say Zambia Must Prosper, it is our duty to help KBF. No one is going to say, no, why are you helping KBF? No, because that is our interest.
But is there any relationship between you as grassroots media and the Zambia Must Prosper party?
The relationship is always there with all the opposing political parties. If you can see, as grassroots media, we have gone through different leaders. We have met our boss, Winter Kabimba, who has got the opposing political party. We had time to go to Madam Savoy for NDC, and again we had time to go to PF. All these, even we had time to interview even the Dr. Phill M'membe. We had gone there. The reason why is that all these they are speaking one voice of change, and we need to support them 100%. That's why as grassroots media we appeal for from the whole world, the donors from China, America, the whole world, I can say so, to support Zambian democracy. Because Zambian democracy is like we are the father of democracy in Africa. We have witnessed presidents winning and presidents losing. So we always appeal to international communities to help Zambia and to help the opposition political parties for them to survive. Because if they are not helped, then the ruling party will take advantage and sit on their rights. And in Zambia, we don't want to live in a one-party state, in a dictatorship. We don't want. All what we want is a multi-party democracy, where we, the grassroots media, will say yes, M'membe, Chimbaka Mundubile, KBF, all these brothers, they are working together of one goal to help a poor Zambian there, and together as grassroots media, that's our goal. When we will see a change. People are eating 3 meals. When we see fuel is cheaper, everyone is going to school. We have got medicine in hospitals. Then we are going to salute that opposite political parties are working and the ruling party they are working. But if both they are not doing anything, we as grassroots media, it's a movement where we are going to influence people within this world, in this country and outside the country, to make sure that ruling party which is not performing well is kicked out of government, because we are not interested to wallow in poverty.
Okay, Mr. Joseph Chishimba, as you said to our Palwendo, of course, we are fully informed that you've been all over the country. You've been to Choma, you've been to Kabwe,
Chipata, everywhere, yes.
Yes, as far as Nakonde.
Yes.
Now, the other thing is that how is Zambia as in right now?
What it is that, first of all, we need to thank our forefathers who fought for this country and to see the peace that we are enjoying today. But there is a common error or a common mistake. People, they are thinking there is freedom in UPND. Freedom was won in 1964 when our forefathers, they died because they brought cha-cha-cha, so that all of us we can see the light and freedom. And that's why when Chimbaga, when FTJ and these others, when Kapwepo and others, they had gone to free education, because free education can only come when you have got freedom. If there is free education, there is no freedom, then there is no freedom.
Okay.
So these people, they enjoy the freedom because they were even given free education. So there is no way today they can sing a song that they have brought freedom. No. Freedom was won in 1964. Or whatever they are saying is they are just capitalizing on other people just to say they want to gain marriage. But in politics, as grassroots media, we say tolerance creates peace. And for you to become a leader, you need to have the heart of the poor. Because Jesus Christ was born in a manger, and he was coming from a background of poorest, but today is known everywhere. So if you want to become a leader, you need to have the heart of, people are complaining in this country. It's not the way it was in FTJ. FTJ declared this country as Zambia, the Christian nation. And the people were able to look at Zambia as a peaceful country because there was Jesus Christ whom they declared. As today, I don't even understand where that Christianity name has gone. Because the leadership, they are not thinking about bringing the motto of Zambia is a Christian nation. Remember, we have got two mottos in Zambia. Others, they say we have got one Zambia, one nation. There is one Zambia, one nation, and at the same time we have got Zambia is a Christian nation. Two mottos.
Okay. People, you are watching that is the feedback live. Of course, time to communicate as we discuss a lot of issues that are affecting our communities, of course, our towns, like we said, Zambia at large. And today we are privileged to have, that is the Grassroots Media Director, CEO, Mr. Joseph Chishimba, popular known as Jesse. Of course, if you want to drop a comment, want to participate on this show, of course, the number is on the screen. It's 0977 43 34 34, 0977 38 35 04. You can catch us live on, that is a Plus TV Zambia and Grassroots page. Of course, Mr. Jesse, you touched somewhere, of which we'll come back to that, but you touched a certain point of saying free education. How do you look at the free education that we have right now? Have you supported the idea, or how do you look at it first? Because there's this cry, of course. People have been saying government schools right now, I'm sure teachers, they are not like concentrating much because of a lot of children. So I don't know how you look at that from the grassroots perspective. How do you look at that first? What's your view, your general view on that one?
The grassroots media, because we are coming from the background, the English that we are speaking today, because we had sat on a desk. And me, I was at Kalonga Secondary. When I was at Kalonga Secondary School, I was doing pure sciences there. We used to pay. And most of our brothers and sisters that we were together, we used to pay. The reason why it's very simple. One, free education is recommended. But there are two things that you need to understand. There is quality and the quantity. Are we having the quality education? If the answer is no, then the people that you are going to produce at a certain time, they are not going to be good graduates. But when we look at free education in Zambia, and the government came up with this policy to make a name, but things are not the way they are. Because when you visit school managers, the school managers are headmasters, you find that they are complaining. When they say free education, you go to the school there, you find what they speak is different of what you are going to find there. Children are in numbers. But when you look at HH's time and Kaunda's time and Truba's time, there are the Rumanga Kumbula's time. That time, Zambia were about 6 million people. When you look at the whole Zambia, we had 6 million people. When they were Kuru and Kote, Natuma babies, when they had that census, people are given free education. Why? Your minds, our minds, we are giving us something at the end of the day. But today, where are they going to get the money from? They have given free tax to the miners, to the mining companies. Where are they going to get the money? Then it means, when you got in the copper belt, you surely believe that copper belt was built by copper itself. By the Zambia Concentrated Copper Mines, ZCCM. Schools were built, roads were being maintained there, and the copper was giving something in the national treasury. And it was easy to tap some money from national treasury and give free education, and give free books, give free pencils, free pens. Why? Because there were a source of money. But when you get the source of money, you block. Where are they going to get the money to have the best free education in this country? The results, we are going to see it maybe after 2 or 3 years later. Then we are going to see we had very poor education. Because then when there were 6 million people in classes, but kudara benzo taba ku school. Benzo bakwira chachiri ku school. Same like, I used to stay with my brother who was working in one of uniformed officers. Benzo watenga chepa loti, iwe tie mngene mchito. Why? Because people by that time, they were not, the population wasn't the way it is today. You go to a country where they donate money in Zambia. Are they giving free education? Where you go to UK, you go to states, those people is where we get our donors funds. Are they giving us free? Are they giving free education in their countries? Where we are beggars. If we are beggars from there, they don't give free education. You is a beggar, you are giving free education. Then the result is going to be poor education sector. Things will be not the way it was long time ago.
Okay, don't you think we have enough manpower when it comes to education? The government just introduced the issue of introducing teachers, as in recruiting teachers.
Recruitment of teachers is recommendable in every society, in every country, because we need to see that the learners, they have got teachers. But the question is, where are they going to get money? If you employ your children on credit, don't you expect good education? The current government is sourcing money to pay our teachers, because you see, they were postponing to say, no, we are recruiting next month. When they go to International Monetary Fund, they were not paid, they are postponed. So meaning that the monies they are depending on is from the International Monetary Fund, which are supposed to pay the teachers. But who's going to cushion those monies? The same money, if we are getting copper, selling finished products to other countries, that money we can pay our teachers without even getting money from International Monetary Fund. That's why as grassroots media, we are always against. Where the International Monetary Fund have been in other countries, they have protested against them, because it's like the people, they don't achieve what they dream for when they get money from International Monetary Fund. So the Zambian government must be aware that you cannot employ people on credit when you get money on credit, because there comes a time when you need to pay that money where you got it. And it is not good if you borrow money and build an infrastructure where you say, okay, we are getting 1.5 billion and we need to set up a textile industry. Our women in Zambia, they will never stop wearing stenga material. Our mothers, they will never stop.
So, Mr. Joseph Chishimba, at some time back, let me just say, is it a month ago or some weeks ago, you talked about something which was very critical, and then I liked it because that is what the people have been like complaining and calling. So maybe if you can just clear the airwaves. You talked about empowering people with constructions. Of course, people who are into constructions, they are not like they're not working at the moment, and then the government, they're saying they want to give those contracts to the, is it the Zambia National Service or, yeah, so we just wanted to get more information about that, and then how you can advise even the youths out there who are still seeking for the same jobs, because we do understand that if we give them those contracts, we are like promoting job creation here in Zambia. Yeah, so any feedback on that one?
The Bazungu, they have got they say Rome wasn't built in one day. But for Rome to be built, it required people. What does that mean? The government of the Republic of Zambia, under the leadership of His Excellency the President, Mr. Chishimba, is killing the local people, especially the local contractors. Why? Because Ndrama is not choka kumwamba zibora pants. But it's more like you empower a person who is already empowered. Yes, these people are working from Zambia National Service, ZNS. They are our brothers, they are our sisters, they are our uncles, and so on. But they are already in a service, they are providing a service. So there is no way you can add more service, whereas there is a problem of employment in the country. What you are supposed to do as a reader, you should look at all the angles. Okay, umwana wandiuyu, ala die nkoko. Uyu shidie nkoko, ate mwenshi, wa mufaya na enaria. Zambia, we are about 18 million people plus, because we have got census now. The people working in ZNS, already they are comfortable, can say at least they are comfortable, they are on salaries, they are getting paid, they have got things to do. Now if you even give the retro to them again, what about a raw contractor who has got equipment? We have got people who have got equipment. The reason why the previous government, the PF, they empowered the local contractor, because they knew if we empower a local contractor, we are empowering families outside there for the betterment of their children who are going to school and to improve the economy. Because what will happen is that if today the government of the Republic of Zambia award contracts to ZNS and they are paid on time, they are always loyal. They will continue working if they are not paid. And which means still in the system, in our government, we are not going to have money as a country. Because the some people who are working in government, they are on payroll. Don't tell me that they are going to increase salaries because they are working on a load which is in material. They are working as usual. So if you extend the same contracts you give to a man who is living in Kabronga, he has got a team of youths about 30. Then those youths are coming from different families. Then you are empowering families. You are not empowering people who are already in the service. Then your leadership is not good. As a leader, you have to look around. When you become a leader, you need to think outside the box, to look after the poor and those who are not working. Because in Zambia, there are very few people who are in jobs. People that you can point that they are doing fine. It's only, that's why we hear that there is a crisis in government jobs, because everyone wants to work in government. But if you empower others, you will find that you are going to create jobs for the youths who are living in Karikiriki. Those youths who are living in Impurungu, in Nakonde, Mbarachi, Insari, because the government has opened up wings to a local contractor. Not just to give the ZNS. Unless they say the ZNS, they are going to empower or they are going to employ the youths who are not working in ZNS to help to construct the roads. Then we as grassroots media, we can support that. But as it is, ZNS can do that, to employ the youth civilians who can work with them, as a local contractor can do. So it was very unfair for the Republican president to recommend ZNS to sit on people's clients and those contractors who have got machines and who can employ the youths.
At some point, the president says on the CDF funds, they need to involve the DCs, the district commissioners. How do you look at that movement?
You know, when you are a leader and you are surrounded by people who are wise, you become wise. And when you are a leader, you are surrounded by people who are fools, you become a fool. That is leadership. If me, I'm a leader, and the people who are surrounding me are not advising me the same, they will throw me together in a ditch. Impossible. You get what I'm saying? But DC, we are an issue with the DCs. But DC, they are to sit on the youths. Youths were complaining in Western Province, in Kasama, that is Northern Province, youth were complaining about the same disease. And again today I've got some information, even in Eastern Province, the disease were part of the system over sensors. What happened? People were complaining, and we don't want the same thing to continue, because these people, the disease, they are going to sit on CDF. If they say I can't sign, it means even the law contractors from the same area, they are not going to benefit. And poor enough, I'm saying poor enough, the CDF, they say they are going to be giving them more than 25 million for each constituency, which is not good. As that we advised President Daka Indechim a long time ago on UPND. This thing won't work. And if you say make cooperatives, those are dens of criminals. Those cooperatives they are making, they are for the thieves. They are not going to pay anything, because there's some people are going to empower in cooperatives. They are coming from maybe from one political party, and they will take advantage not to pay the same money. They will say, me, I suffered for you to be in government. So now when you're in government, you look at the constituents. This is M'membe constituents. The people of M'membe, what are they lacking? Then if they are lacking water, you look for a contractor who can make sure that there's water in M'membe constituents. Then his pay is going to work on time. Now, if you empower only the communities within, the CDF is not going to bring any fruits. That's why today, nothing has come out under your UPND government with the CDF. Nothing. The reason why these previous governments were not paying too much money in the constituencies, because they have money for emergencies. You understand that? Money for emergencies. But when you give a block figure and someone tells you all your problems are in CDF, how much money are you going to spend to construct roads? There are some areas where I've been in Pemba, and you go to consider constituencies. You find that these are big constituencies of Chishimba. They are big constituencies, such that you can't finish it one day. Here in Lusaka, you can go in M'membe constituency, you can finish. You go to Chawama, you can finish. But there are some constituencies that money is like getting a 2 kg sugar and throw it in the ocean and you want to taste sugar. So you find that when you identify major projects in different constituencies, then you give your contractor to work there. You are empowering that contractor and you are helping the community in that constituency, because they are going to benefit on a major project than giving this small money to small groups of criminals who are in cooperatives. So we as grassroots media, we are not supporting with the DCs to be part of the CTF, and we are not happy with giving money to cooperatives, because it's like they are going to give money to only fellow UPNDs. And that we are not in support as grassroots media.
You are still watching, that is the feedback live. Of course, time to communicate. Like we said, we go for a short break and catch us on the other side as we wrap up the show. Welcome back. You're still watching, that is the feedback live. Of course, you can drop your comments. The number is there. Also on Facebook, on our Facebook platforms, that is Grassroots Media, Plus Television Zambia. Of course, don't forget to subscribe so that we can be like telling you, you can be like notifying you when we have something new. Of course, as we'll be dropping every week a latest program. Of course, I'm still with the Grassroots Media Director, CEO, Mr. Joseph Chishimba, popular known as Mr. Jesse. So, Mr. Jesse, let's talk about the political fraternity. What is happening in Zambia? Because for you, you've been like everywhere. Of course, you're told Kabushi is on fire right now and other parts of the country. So how is the political fraternity in Zambia?
First of all, I would like to appreciate two musicians in this country. There is JK. JK said there is a song that he produced that if you can survive in Zambia,
so
survivor, you can survive everywhere, anywhere.
Good.
That is a great musician. I like that point. Then there is this guy, MC Wabwini. Anakamba kuliziko amini mahiro. Once akankana drama ni satanist. This is the country we are in, Zambia, the real Africa. Kariso Stantia said, Zambia, the real Africa. We are in a real Africa. When we are in South Africa, we are in Tanzania, we are in UK, we are in Dubai. There are millionaires there. People have got money. But here in Zambia, everyone must be poor. What kind of a country is this? A country that's got copper. A country that's got much resources that can make everyone to have free meals. But the problem that we have in this country, ubuteko buliko bwa UPND wabakayinde ekirima bena bali kwate ndalama nama ministers baba bali kwate ndalama nama MPs baba bali kwate ndalama because when they declare and say we have got so much in our accounts, we have got so much, but their friends, they need to be poor. A minister was in government for 10 years. A minister was an MP, and a person was a minister. A person was an MP for 10 years, supposed to be poor. What kind of a government is? What kind of a country is this? First of all, we would like to advise the ruling party, and this is the President Mr. Inde Chilima. Icharo chino tukolokota kofe washa waya. The people who are rich today should the people who are rich today, the young ones must be, they should look up to the people who are rich so that everyone can get rich. But if a person ashtendeke, to a musician, that is the problem of private jets. Musician if you have claim back to Alimonapo, just a simple footballer, Akula hospital. But what about a minister who is given free fuel for 10 years? A minister who is driving a car that he has never bought for 10 years. Do you think he can become poor? Please, that notion where we are thinking everyone should be poor, then this country, Mother Zambia, will never go anywhere. When we have poor leadership, these issues of Wabena Gonuman, Lusambo, and Malanji, you know, before you go into a battle, you need to prepare. These people, they prepared very well. That's why when you go to Kabushi, Bowman is loved from the people of Kabushi and even the people of Lusaka. They love him because he has shown leadership. And when you look at Malanji from Kwacha, people of Kwacha have spoken that they love him. But because the politics that we have in this country is to fight who is rich, everyone must be poor. What kind of leadership is that? We are looking for a Zambia where we are going to produce Dangote. We are looking for a better Zambia where we are looking at having Bill Gates. We are looking at a Zambia where we are looking at HH.
Oh yes, Mr. Jesse, you've been saying you need a strong political, you need a strong opposition party. Yes, to be there. I don't know what criteria are you trying to come up with.
First of all, when we look at the next 4 years, we are going to have the general election. And so far so good. The only strong opposition party that we have today, people they are looking up to the PF because they've got about 60 members of parliament and the chairpersons and councillors. But as it is now, people are saying they're struggling to have the president on top of their leadership. So as grassroots media, we are looking at all opposition political parties because we have got Phill M'membe, we have got KBF with Zambia Must Prosper, we have got Saboi, we have got Mamaka Teka, we have Edith Nawakwi, then Peter Chanda. All these people, they want to become presidents. For God to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Les atipele minoshi 5. Umunu umo tausa landa. What does it mean? The 5 they have to come together if we want to succeed. That's why you see the grassroots media. We are with the KBF. We are with M'membe. We are with all the opposition political parties because if these people they don't come together, they are going to go scattered and they are not going to win election. Meaning that the Zambian people, they are going to continue wallowing in poverty. The Zambian people, they are going to be paying a lot of money in terms of transportation or transport. For 10 years, if you give a chance to the UPND government, that has failed. So we are telling the Zambian people outside there, you can only have a government that has got eyes, the government that has got ears to listen to the poor. Because the interest of every leader is to look after the poor. Now, when you look at all these political parties, as grassroots media, we are trying by all means so that they can come under one umbrella. It is very important that Phill M'membe, KBF, all these who are aspiring to be who are aspiring to be president of this country, they come together and sign a document. Because you see where the problem is. If we want to work together without proper documentation, they say, Baganchinga. You understand? And we don't want mistakes to repeat itself. We want, if KBF becomes the president in 2026, if Phill M'membe becomes the president in 2026, we will be happy to see Edith Nawakwi, Mama Kateka, Nawakwi, Chimbaka Munduvire, Benagive Luvinda, all these people, Benawinta Kabimbo aspiring to become president, they are in cabinet. Because cabinet, it is Lusaka, Umusangwa, Bonseva Yabantu. A president cannot be a president without cabinet. Imagine, how can we, imagine if we had all these political parties, Tembo, these ones to become president, Charles Chanda, all these that we saw, you people are the one who have got interest to run this country. You have got your own ideas. You Chanda, you have got love of mining. You are going to become the minister of mining. You were once finance minister. Maybe we are going to push you to become the finance minister. Or if she's a president, fine. But all what we want to see the members. We want to see the Chimbagambwili, the Itisnawak, the Mamakateka. All these people aspiring to become president of this Republic of Zambia, they are in cabinet. And then amongst them, one becomes what? A president. Because whether they like it or not, they will never be presidents at one time. Only one person will be there, meaning they will be waiting up to 2031. But if they can come together this time, they are not going to split up votes. They need to sign up a document that all of them, they are going to be in the cabinet. Then amongst themselves, they need to sit down and see who is a giant amongst them, who can stand as the president. Then this country will produce the first ever best cabinet in the Zambian history. And that is our vision as Grassroots Media.
All right, JC, I think as we come to the end of this show, I know time is not with us. I'm sure you've got something to share with the people out there.
The only thing, my last word I can say, our togetherness is going to change this country. The future of this country and the future of our children, the future for the next generation lies in our hands. If we can lay a good foundation of democracy, then a future generation, they are going to say we are our forefathers who fought for this democracy, and together we are going to build a future for everyone. Then for you opposing political parties, if you cannot listen and you think you are champions of you are champions of each other, remember there is only one state house. And that one state house only accommodates one person at a time. But we need all of you to be in cabinet so that we as Grassroots Media, we are going to sing a song, standard, we are going to sing a song, national anthem, to stand together, to fly together as one eagle. Because we are one Zambia, one nation. And when we are one Zambia, one nation, it has to start from the cabinet. And above all, I'm appealing to you women outside there, it is your time to hold a flag, to say you can rid this country. Mama Edith Nawak, you can become the president of this Republic of Zambia. Mama Kateka, Mama, all of you women, you can come together and make a difference. God created this world for all of us, and you, if you can become an helper, you can become a leader. Most of women who have come widows, they have made sure that their children, they have been educated without their husbands. That's what we want. That's the leadership we want. If men are not doing it, you women, you can do it. And as Grassroots Media, we are going to support all of you, because the future of this country lies in our hands, lies in your hands. Grassroots Media, we take 3 steps ahead every day. Bwana, Twabapa Rwendo, Twapita.
No, Mr. Joseph Chishimba, thank you so much for your time. And please, this is just the beginning of the show, but please expect our calls every time. This is make this as in your home.
Thank you very much. May God bless us and may God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. So people have been watching, that is at the feedback live right here on A Plus TV and Grassroots Media platform. Otherwise, for me, Phill M'membe, aka Dr. Phill, and the production team right there, we are saying bye-bye and see you in the next 7 days.